I don't know. It drives me crazy. So, you know, I got really annoyed that I have to carry all these bags to work.
Yeah.
Because I used to have I hired Gangji
to carry
come to my house, pack everything up. He had a car every day. He drove in, and he would carry bags in. That's what was useful about him. So now he decides he don't want to drive in anymore. So, okay, he hasn't been driving in, so I carry the bags back and forth. So finally,
you got the bags back.
So finally, I say to him last week, hey, fatso, I tell you what I'll do. Once a week, you'll drive into work. I'll pay for your parking. You know, whatever you need.
And you'll tow.
So he says to me, what about my tolls and what about the wear and tear on my car?
Oh, no.
I said, you know what? I don't want your help anymore. I don't need... Do you believe this? I said, what are you, by a corporation?
Did he say that when he goes out on a date? What about the wear and tear on my car?
This is a guy, nobody's ever offered him a job in the world. I felt bad for him. I got him a camera job with the E-Network. I asked him to do me a favor. I said, here, I'll pay for your parking. What do you know, I don't want him to shell out of his pocket. I think I'm being reasonable. Where's the wear and tear on my car? Wear and tear on your... Why didn't you tell your dad about the wear and tear on your car?
He's amazing.
What a little nitwit.
So he stopped driving, really, because he didn't like the wear and tear on his car?
No, I told Laura, my assistant, that Gangji is out of favor with me. That Gangji no longer... I said, I don't want his help. I don't want him... Don't take back the offer. And plus, I pay him, if he drives in or something. I'll give him for an hour or something, another hour's fee or something, whatever it is. And I will not...
Where has this whole conversation been taking place?
Oh, where is it? You don't know where it took place?
No.
It didn't take place at my house?
I don't remember this conversation.
Laura didn't sit down with you and say, we want you to drive in once a week with your car?
Yeah, I said, I'll think about it. And I
You're going to get back to me on it? I don't want your help. I don't want your help. I don't need it. I don't want it.
The reason I'm not driving in...
Mr. Eager Beaver.
Mr. Eager Beaver. I gave him a job with E, so with work the stupid camera. He thinks he's a cameraman now.
Yeah.
He thinks he's a professional television personality.
Can I defend myself?
Where's that 10-year-old? I'd love to give him the job.
I hear him.
There's a lot of reasons I don't drive in, and that's why
you make Jackie look like a team player. Anyway, Gange, thanks for your help, but I don't need it. And you know what? Keep deluding yourself.
He decided he would think about this. You asked him to do something. He said, "I'll think about it."
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. It's like when I thought about it when he wanted a job with E.
Right. When he started complaining and whining that he wasn't getting anywhere.
Like I thought about it when he came to me. He said, I'm an intern. I don't want to go work for my father. Is there any work I could do for you at your house? Like I had to think about it. But I don't want your help. I'm telling you, if you said to me now, Howard, I want to drive in once a week, I still wouldn't. You do it with a bad attitude. Your attitude is getting worse and worse. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
I don't remember.
Jackie just beamed him.
I'm watching you.
All right, you're watching me. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. I don't remember this conversation. First of all,
Laura didn't talk to you about this.
She asked me, and I said I'd think about it.
You're thinking about it.
Yeah. Why?
What are your thoughts?
What are you thinking about? What is there to think about? Either you're into it or you're not.
I think about driving in. I don't want you driving in. You know what? Stop using my car to drive in.
I know. I don't want you to drive in. I don't want your help.
Gange. He wasn't talking about everything.
I don't want his help.
But I don't know.
So how much would you charge me for wear and tear on your car? What do you think? How much money would it cost me? What's the wear and tear? Get out of here.
Listen,
get out.
Listen,
get out now before I take your head and throw it through a window.
Hey, listen, I don't make that much money. I make very little money.
I got to hear what's in his head.
You shouldn't be making any money.
Why?
I'm paying you now for everything you used to do for free. I could have still had you do it for free.
Get somebody for free to do it.
Okay.
Get somebody for free.
You're gone.
Get somebody for free.
You're resigning? Are you resigning?
Let's see you get somebody for free.
All right.
We can't keep an intern here for a week to do anything.
Let me get somebody for free to work that camera and do some work at my house? Okay.
Yeah.
You're on.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see how long they last. I want to see how long they last.
You're fired.
Okay, good.
You can leave now. You can pack up and there won't be any wear and tear on your car or anything.
Good.
How do you keep hiring people who scream at you?
I don't know. I get idiots.
He starts screaming.
I know. It's unbelievable. He's an intern. And I try to rustle him up some money.
And they all threaten you.
Basil, will you do it? You'll do it for free? All right, well, there it is. I got somebody for free.
Oh, no.
What? None of the microphones work.
You got two for free. Chris, the other intern, said...
Will you be happy to do it?
He'd be crazy. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but you want
okay, then you have the job. Gange, you're no longer needed.
Okay.
I have two gentlemen who can fill your spot. You're no longer needed. Goodbye.
All right.
Go home and good luck in your television career.
Okay. Look who's going to be at your house.
Yeah, Basil. I like Basil.
I got a car.
Do you have a car?
And you drive it, huh?
Okay, fine.
He's got a truck.
You got a truck?
I got a 94 Nissan Pathfinder.
So you can pack a lot of stuff into that truck.
Firewood.
Go see if you can find somebody. He threatens me.
Howard,
By the way, I'll pay you, too. You don't have to do it for free.
Oh, man.
We'll pay you. I got a great salary for you out of eat, and I'll supplement you with dollars.
This semester.
Then you're set. And good, Gangji, I'm sure now that you've had so much experience, you're in demand. Yeah. All right, Basil, the job is yours. Gangji, you're done. You're done with me.
Gangji really doesn't realize how out of control. I can understand gas, maybe tolls, but wear and tear on the car?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you evaluate that?
I don't know.
He's going to think about it.
Maybe I should buy him a company car.
I said, we'll put a little extra in because I have to put up for oil changes. I don't have any free money, Gary. Where the hell
you're coming in for work.
I'm not taking...
You're coming into
your
work.
father's going to give you money. My father's not going to give me jack.
Let me ask you a question.
But
you're going to change your oil when you get to a certain point anyway, right? Do you think that this little 1 week...
It makes it more frequent.
One day a week, Gangji.
It's a 15-mile drive. You sound like an idiot. Hey, Gary, let me ask you something. No, he's got to get into work anyway, right?
By train.
Granted. Granted, he can come in by train. But he's still got to get into work. So I'm saying to him, hey, drive your car in 1 day a week. I'll take care of the parking. Which is a convenience. No, you weren't. Which will take care of... You didn't have the right answer. Which will take care of, it's a nicer time to drive into work than to take the train.
I'll tell you right now, the trade-off is, you got to admit that taking the train is a big pain in the ass, and that driving's a lot easier. So there's your trade-off right there for your wear and tear.
So I'm making his commute a little easier. I'm saying, hey, once a week, take the car in. If you have anything to bring in, or if my stuff to bring in, you bring in your stuff.
You get to
so
sleep,
then he sits me with
a little later because you don't have to run for the train.
Then he hits me with wear and tear, right?
He's amazing.
I'm sorry?
It's a dream job.
Of course it is.
I come in here every day. All I said.
You come in for free.
I come in for free. I said, boy, the only thing I would want is someone to pay the tolls, and you don't even do that.
Right.
That's it. That's all you need.
Listen.
No, he doesn't want to pay the tolls. You just heard him say it. He wants to pay for parking. That's it.
That's all you need.
You want the tolls? I'll give you the tolls. I pay.
$3.
You got to understand something. I also pay him for the time it takes him to get back and forth.
No,
you pay travel time?
Of course. He charges me every time he gets in the car. When you're at my house and I say to you, hey, Gangji, can you bring something over somewhere? You say, okay, and you charge me for the hour. I don't mind that he charges me for it.
You're on the clock.
He's on the clock.
No, that was never discussed. I never said that.
Let me tell you something, Gangji. Gangji, let me tell you something. You came to me when you had nothing.
Right.
Let's face it, you would work for free for 3 years.
Right.
I felt bad for you. I felt bad for you.
Loyally,
I dreamt up a little something for you to do at the house. I could get somebody else to do that at the house. I dreamt up something for you. Then I felt bad for you because you kept whining you can't get a job in radio because you don't have a voice.
Right.
And then you kept whining.
I wasn't whining.
Then you kept whining. You're whining every day.
You mistake whining for asking for advice.
Can I ask? Oh, whining isn't advice. You were begging me, and then he goes, "What can I do?" So then I call up the program director at WRNW in Westchester, the station I started. I said, "Hey, listen, can you do this guy a favor? He's very loyal. Look, I'm going to be straight with you.
Dog, yeah.
He's like a dog. He'll show up." I said, "If you got even an overnight slot that nobody wants, take a listen to his tape." And look, he got rejected, okay, from a $4 an hour job. It was a $4 an hour job. He was rejected.
Yeah, a job anybody can get.
A job that. Jackie has no voice left that he could get that job. All right? Because you guys can stay in here. Tell him. Don't leave. Bring him back to reality. He's the same as you, except he gets paid because I feel bad for him.
Gantz, this is the type of job that you might think it's beneath you. And I don't know, working a camera might have done that to you, but for guys like me and Basil,
and you're not that and Chris and Basil are not that far removed from you, Gangji. Gangji, smack yourself 2 times right now on camera. Just smack yourself as hard as you can with your own hand. There you go. That's it. Hand that camera to Basil. Today you work the camera. Tomorrow you work the camera, Chris. That's your treat. You guys work the camera.
Why do you keep throwing jobs away, Gangji?
Because he's a dope. I'm the only one offering him jobs.
In broadcasting. He's done everything he can to keep you in broadcasting.
So, Robin.
And you keep throwing the jobs back at him.
So, Robin, listen to this. So then he says to me, he's at my house, he's whining, he can't get into, he decides, okay, I'm not for radio, because he got rejected from one job.
Okay.
So he says to me, I'm in TV now. I go, oh, you're in TV? When did you make the switch? I said, you should have done an internship in TV. Why'd you waste all this time in radio? I wasn't thinking. So I go, okay.
At least he knows.
I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, Gangji. Because you wasted all that time volunteering here for 3 years for a career that you have no interest in now.
Yeah.
I'm going to set you up. I'm going to talk to Fran Shea of the E-Network. I'm going to ask if there's some things around, because I like you.
So now he's got a paid internship.
So listen to this. I call up Fran. Fran's like, he seems like a nice guy. What does he do? I said, he does nothing. I said, where is a job that we could pay him for doing nothing? She says, the only job I can think of is, if you know how when you hold your camera and you take pictures of your kids? I go, yeah. I got a job like that for him. Because in the hall, we roam with a camera.
Right.
I said, I think he can do that. She goes, do you think he can operate a camera? I said, I don't know. I said, is it a professional camera? She goes, no, like the thing you work at home. I said, I guess he could learn that. Radio's down, TV down. I guess movies are next for you, huh?
He's Spielberg.
He's Spielberg.
Gange.
You know, TV didn't work out. I'm thinking of going into film work.
Myself for my Oscar.
So I said to myself, okay, I'm a good guy. I said, I'm really not interested in him being in TV, but if the guy wants it so bad, I'll get it for him. I get him the job. But I said, you know, hey, also work at my house. Next thing I know, he's not driving in anymore. He's acting with a bad attitude because
he doesn't want to work at the house.
Well, now he's got the job in television.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm paying him. The job in television pays a good salary, but it doesn't pay him enough that he could live. I say, here, you come out to my house, I'll pay you some more money. Help me out. I got phones ringing. I got a lot of things going on. Okay. Where's this guy's?
What do you want?
So then I say to him, hey, do you know what? I got all these packages and stuff. Drive in once a week, and I'll pay for parking. What about wear and tear on my car and tolls? Okay. What do I got to pay for that? I don't even mind if he says that. He says, I'll do it. Then he says, what about wear and tear on my car? What about tolls? And I'll think about it for a week.
Yeah. I don't want to think about it for a week. The weekend.
I haven't heard about it.
Tell me about it.
But what's the
Sorry, Basil. I should have approached you or Chris first.
What is to think about? I still don't understand what is the big thought process he has to go through.
I don't know what he's thinking. What do you think? Why do you need time to think when I ask you to do something? What are you thinking about? What is it? Why? What is it? Is it a big life decision for you?
Sure. I don't know. I just don't like to rush into decisions. I want a little time to think.
Gange.
Think about it. I can see if it was marriage. I can't see if it's...
You know...
he needs time to think. It's a job.
And not only that, you're trying to impress your boss. You know this guy's going to go places. He could take you with him if he likes you.
He's gone as far as he's going with me.
That's why.
That's
because
exactly why.
He keeps saying no, and I got to think about it.
I got to start developing one of the other guys.
I never say no.
I got to develop Basil or Chris or Cedric Vic.
I've done so much over the years.
Ralph, I'll tell you something. You know who you could learn from, Gange? I'll tell you who you could learn from. Ralph. I'll tell you why. Everyone goops on Ralph in this now. I'll tell you why I rely on Ralph and why he works on every one of my projects. I'll tell you why. Because when it comes to me, the guy thinks about me 24 hours a day. Listen, the only guy Ralph really works for, Ralph gets a couple of jobs once in a while. I don't know how, but he basically, he works for me full time. He does makeup for me on the TV. If I do a Letterman shot, he buys the clothes all year round. And he is, I'll call up Ralph. I'll go, Ralph, I got a problem. I got to get a gift for someone by tomorrow. Can you pick up so-and-so? No problem. I've never heard the guy say he's got a problem. Go ahead. Talk to him.
Go ahead, Gange.
Did I buy your gift for Gilbert Gottfried when you asked me to?
Gange, that's not the question.
I ran out and bought it.
That's not the question. You did one thing.
No, wait. Example, Ralph. I just proved that I did the same exact thing.
No, I'm giving you one. I'm saying that it doesn't matter. If I said to Ralph, I need you to drive over to my house right now. He gets in that disgusting Jeep of his, and he drives over in 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. No, Ralph, talk to him.
Let me prove that one wrong.
No, Gange.
You needed to send me to your house about 2 weeks ago for something.
Right.
I grabbed it and took off, hightailed it out of here. I was there in plenty of time.
Of course. So when I say to you, drive in and take some packages
of things that I don't do, but I do.
But you didn't do this.
What the point is these little things. You don't say, "How am I getting paid by the 19 cents a mile or whatever?" Wear and tear. It's investments in your future. You're not thinking like that.
When you're there, you know what? The next thing that I had to do, I go, you know what? Hey, Gange, he was there. He got the car. Hey, you know what?
Give him something else.
I've got a big project brewing right now. Big. It's so big that it's gonna blow you away, even my princess away.
I'll be blown away.
You'll be blown away. I have projects brewing all the time. And you're out of it. Ralph is on it. Chris is on it. Basil's going to be on it. I'll tell you who else. Everyone but Jackie and you. All right?
Let me just sum it up for him.
All right, there you go.
I got to sum it up for Gange. Gange, you are dumb. You don't know anything.
Even Jackie would tell you.
You don't have to see.
You know, Jackie's a big shot now. He's making a couple of bucks. But even in the beginning, Jackie had a good attitude. You got to have a good attitude.
And you don't. The operative word is yes.
Right.
Yes, boss.
Without question. I mean, don't you think if you prove yourself valuable in some way, he's going to find something else for you to do and something else? And, you know, I didn't think that my job would end up as extensive as it is now. And is there one time when I said no to something?
That's how your job ended up extensive.
Yeah. Even if he calls Ralph and says, make me a tape of these records I like, Ralph does it.
No. I'll tell you what Ralph does. Ralph calls me and says, listen, Ralph calls me and says, I'm listening to some music now I think you would like. I'm going to go out and buy the CD for you. I'm not asking you to sick. Ralph invents it himself. Yeah. He sits and tapes Joe. This is a guy. Ralph said to me, boss, your nasal hairs are long. I'm going to cut them. And as bad a job as that is, now listen, there's nobody here who wants to do that job.
And you're complaining about driving in once a week.
I'm telling you, and Ralph stands there and cuts the hair out of my nose.
That's a little scary. That's not easy.
But let me tell you something.
What?
I need him now to do that.
But
he's invaluable.
He found the best way to do it.
Yeah.
He experimented.
Right.
You create a position for yourself.
You know, even Jackie dragged his complaining ass in here for free for 3 years. Don't think
didn't
that
ever ask for wear and tear in the car. He asked for parking.
He did, and no one gave it to him. Remember? No one would give you parking. And he's a little more valuable than you.
Thank you.
You're hallucinating.
You have the wrong attitude about everything, and it's because of your privileged upbringing.
Yeah. He's had it too easy, and now he expects everything.
Yeah. He thinks he's going to run around with that camera, and they're either going to recognize him, give him $100,000 a year to go out and shoot auteur.
Well, you should hear him sit there and talk about how, he can't devote enough time to it because he's got to get out to your place because
my place is the only thing he's got to do.
On him, and you're just addicted to him somehow, and you can't live without him.
Gange, do you want me to prove to you I can live without you? Let me ask you something.
Gange, do you live on Long Island?
Yes.
How close do you live to Howard?
Get the microphone on him.
20 minutes.
We have one microphone in here. That's another thing that drives me nuts. That Tom Chiazzano should go through here early in the morning and check every piece of equipment.
This one doesn't work?
What?
Does this one work?
Talk into it.
Does this one work?
No, that one don't work either. Here, try it now.
Is it working? No.
Still no.
There it goes. There it goes.
No hurry, Scott. Scott just stands back there. No hurry.
Here's another one.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know.
So my point is, he's right by your house. I mean, you could be doing a lot of things for him. He's 20 minutes from you. You can make yourself invaluable. You need something, you run over there and do it.
Gange's very lazy.
You're not taking into account how lazy he is.
It's not like you have like an old car that's going to fall apart and you got to get paid for it.
He's got a brand new car his father just bought him.
It's like that party his parents threw for him was his retirement party.
You're right.
Gange graduated at Delphi College, and his parents threw him a $5,000 or $6,000 party, like a wedding.
More than that.
Yeah, but we didn't know it was a retirement party. What is it?
Now the mic's working.
You know who's getting who's really burning up over this whole thing?
Who?
Really sitting in there doing a slow burn?
Grillo.
You know why?
I bet.
Because I'll tell you exactly why. He goes. I think Gange's a nice guy and everything. He goes, but this really irritates me because Gange's getting all the opportunities he doesn't even get a chance to get.
Well, you want to know something? Grillo's another one who really shouldn't open his mouth because
he can't even get lunch.
I know. Not only can't he get lunch, but I got to tell you something. I had Grillo come out to my house and help me. Don't block that camera.
How long ago?
It was during the book. I don't know. The kid was a nightmare. Oh. He could barely make it out there. There was always a problem. I mean, he wanted to deal with it. So he would have had a lot more opportunities, but he I don't know. He's a psycho. There was always a problem.
Too much help,
right? Wasn't there, Gange? Wasn't there always a problem?
You happened to catch me in the middle of midterms.
Oh, hey, what do you want from me? Opportunity knocks. What do you want?
But yeah, every time I did something like that, it was like, well, school's first. Take care of that. So okay, I got finals and stuff and reports to take care of. I got to do a report. I got to stay in the
library. What do you want from me? I tried to use you. It was impossible. We had to throw you out of there. I tried.
But I did the work that was supposed to be done.
When you got there.
Right.
He can't even get me steamed rice. This has been going on for 3 days. I send this kid out. I said, Gorilla, I got to find something for you to do, right? So I said, Gorilla, you're in charge of my lunch. Now, here's what I'm going to... I mean, I know people listen and say, boy, Howard, you're awfully pampered. But let me tell you something. We have a lot of different projects going on, and really time is of the essence. I got a lot of things to juggle. So I say, okay, how do you get... I don't want to even waste time eating. I like to eat right while I'm working. I say, Gorilla, here's what I need you to do. Every day, all you got to do is find a steamed piece of chicken, steamed rice, and steamed broccoli. If you do that, you will be invaluable to me. I don't want you to do anything and keep your hair out of it. That's all I want you to do.
I would not. I did, for one thing, I got you that food for a month, okay? It's not my fault that the Chinese people that you got it from left some type of hair in it. That's not my fault.
I'm not blaming you.
Okay, fine.
So
now I have to go.
Now he has to go to a deli and find rice that is steamed. In other words, no butter, no oil.
That's what I told the guy.
No salt. So now he's been negotiating with the... You told them, but they don't understand you.
So that's not my...
How much you want to bet if I go down there, I could explain it to you?
I got a great story.
I said no. I said nothing. I said I don't want no grease or anything. Just plain rice.
Don't want no grease. Don't want no grease.
No hair. No bother. That's not my fault. It's a new person. You don't want the Chinese food anymore.
What?
So anyway, some business must have called her yesterday and volunteered, said, hey, we'll cook Howard's food, we'll deliver it and stuff. So Gorilla calls them back. Mm-hmm. And every other word out of his mouth was the F word. And he's talking, it's a new...
I know.
No.
He can't articulate himself.
He's going, the F in other place didn't do the F in this.
I was pissed. The guy...
I don't want you ordering food from listeners.
Listen,
I don't want that. I know where I want you to get the food. I will send Gary down there, who will now be in charge of my food.
But you gotta understand...
You're off it.
I can't help if he puts butter in the rice.
It's the Peter principle. You rose...
Can't you check?
Watch Gary. Watch
Gary. I would gladly sit there and watch him cook it.
Excuse me. Ralph, explain to him how to get it done. Here, listen to Ralph, and I'll show you why Ralph is valuable. I don't care what...
If it was up to me to do it, when he got it, I would open it up and check it and make sure it's right before you plop it down.
You would make it, check it if it's right.
Do you want me opening up your food and breathing all over it?
No, but you can stand there while the guy prepares it. Let me see the rice. All you have to do all day is to please me. There's one thing you have to do to please me. Excuse me 1 second.
I got to tell him.
No, excuse me.
He did it wrong. One day he actually ordered the exact same thing, which was perfect.
Right.
And he opened it up, and he started eating it.
And I stopped right away.
Right.
And he gave it to you.
Right. He knew it was wrong, and he gave it to me.
I stopped right away, and I was eating it. I said, "This isn't what you want." And I went back, and I came back to the office and said, "You don't like this, right?"
No. Let me tell you something. I was already eating. I'm like a wolf when I get off the air. I got to eat something. I've talked for 5 hours straight. At that point, it's the wrong time to ask me.
I took 2 bites and I realized it wasn't.
So go back down and get a new one.
I would gladly do that. You were already eating it. You said this is too delicious.
Tell him how to do it, Ralph. Explain it to him again. Tell him how to do it. Explain it to him. Go to Ralph for advice. You'll be surprised. Ralph could help you. Ralph knows how to serve.
I've tried to actually a couple of times. I've recommended what he do.
But Gorilla is in big trouble because listen, I narrowed it down to one thing. Gorilla has to pick up lunch.
He can't even do that.
He can't get. So what am I going to use him for?
He wanted another place.
What?
It took a while to find a Chinese place that made it that early and that did what you wanted.
Gorilla.
Explain to him.
Listen to me. When your boss has a problem, you want to make sure that you fix it.
Exactly.
Not that you spend 5 weeks fixing it.
You want lunch by 10 o'clock. Okay, not everybody starts cooking lunch at 10 o'clock. I understand.
Wait, Ralph is going to help you. Ralph is going to help you. Listen to Ralph. Ralph, go ahead. Help him.
There's a place that that he likes that I told you about.
And that place doesn't make lunch before 10:30.
Okay, 10 o'clock. So what you do is you call him up. You say, listen, I need the same thing every day for the next 6 years. I need the same thing. Can you get in? Can you? Because I'm sure they're there. Calm down. So they don't pick up the phone before 10.
What did I tell you?
You call them at 2 o'clock.
Let me ask you something, bro. Never mind that.
Didn't I tell you the other day that he should go personally and visit them?
Of course. Listen to me. How do buildings get built? Explain it to me. I'm going to ask you a question. How do buildings get built?
Well, I guess they have to design something through the architect.
Right.
And then they have to go to a construction company that can...
Right. Answer seriously. I'm asking you a question.
They have to go to a construction company that can...
Everyone complains I don't talk to them. Here, now I'm going to talk to you. How does a building get built? You go to architect, then they go to construction.
And then they have to go to the city to get permits, and then they have to go to a place to get material.
That he can do.
That you can do. All right, so you could build a building. Now, how do movies get made? In a general sense.
I would say a script would have to be developed first. And then you have to pitch it to a movie company, and if they like it, they would accept the script, and they would fund it, and then that company would also in turn get people to work for the movie.
All right, so let me explain something to you. So far, you've proven to me you can build a building and you can make movies, and yet you still don't know how to get lunch. Out of all the knowledge you have acquired.
How long have I been getting you lunch?
What?
3 years?
What?
3 years.
Yeah, but I keep it the same. As soon as I change it, you go into a tailspin.
That's not my fault. When you get someone new to make you lunch, it's like you gotta make sure.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get my own lunch.
And that Gangji gorilla
doesn't matter. They're interchangeable.
He doesn't understand.
I do understand. I'm willing. I don't care.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
You're supposed to make it your fault. See, when you
I know it's my fault.
Not your fault, then you can give it away.
It's my fault that I went down and told the guy no butter.
You don't know how to articulate what the lunch should be. I want you to say something. I want you to understand something. On the scale of problems in the world, it's not a big problem. You understand?
And I want to do a good job for it. I want to get everything right.
The thing is, I'm trying to incorporate you, make you a valuable employee.
And I'm
trying to give you something that you could do you would shine at. So I said, what could Gorilla shine at? I know, getting lunch.
And I've done it for 3 years.
And by the way, I don't mean that in a demeaning way. I mean that I looked at your abilities. I looked over your resume again. And you can ask Kathy. I had to pull your letter that you sent us and the resume. I looked it over. And I said, what could my man Gorilla do? He's been very loyal. And I looked through the list of possibilities. I said, he's the man to get my lunch. All right?
That's fine. I accept
and
the
don't take it as negative. My lunch is very important to me.
I absolutely believe it's important, and I don't think it's a demeaning job.
Right. And now, I don't know, you're having trouble with it.
3 years.
So I'm going to go back, I'm going to read your letter again, because I'm going to put Gary on lunch. I'm going to see if I can find something else for you to do. Could a mop fit by your buttocks? Maybe you could mop up.
The point is, I've done it for 3 years, and I'll still do it. And
all right, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Maybe today's lunch will go better.
There's nothing wrong with your willingness. It's just the execution that's a problem.
All right, listen, I hope that this has been a good lesson for the intern.
I don't think Gangji learned anything.
No, Gangji didn't.
Gangji learned nothing.
You asked Gangji to help you. I mean, listen, my assistant Laura couldn't believe it. She says, I said to him, hey, would you drive in? We'll pay for your parking, but once a week. I got to think about it.
Oh, he was talking about this in the office yesterday. Yeah,
what was he saying?
He's going, well, they want me to, be delivery boy and stuff.
When did this discussion
Did Kathy not say anything to you yesterday?
No.
In the office, yeah?
How would he know about it?
Congratulations.
What? And you said, well, I don't know. They want me to be a delivery boy.
Yeah, I have to think about it. I said I told him I was...
Let me ask you something. Can I ask you something? Let me tell you another thing, Gangji. Why do you discuss my business with Kathy and anyone else? How come he knows about it?
Someone else brought it up. I don't know.
How would someone else know about it?
I don't know. Somebody brought it up to me.
Oh, yeah? And how would they know about it?
I have no idea. I kept my mouth shut. Why would I tell anybody about it?
I don't know. Just keep my business quiet.
Of course I do. I never say anything.
But listen to the way he phrases it. They want me to be a delivery boy.
No! That's not my word.
Let me ask you something.
The one way I could think about this is if I had to take the train every day in, and you said, I will pay for your parking, you could drive in, I would be there in 2 seconds.
Of course. Listen to me, Kreskin. All right? Because you read people's minds so well. Let me tell you something. You do what you have to do, because you're out of my picture right now. What do? You have your job with me, you have that camera job, and you think you're in the world of television now. But remember, you're not in any world of television. You're in the world of Howard.
They always forget what world they're in.
You forget the world. I see him back there. He's hanging out with the E guys.
You always have to explain to them what world they're in.
He thinks he's in television somehow.
He did do a good job with Stuttering John's Tony and Tina's wedding.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he get Tony and Tina's feet, or he got the head?
I think he got the head.
All right, very good.
And I got the
I'll look that up.
Thing.
Good.
Come on, I'm good.
Right, good.
You never say when I'm good on the air. You always say when I'm bad.
When are your parents going to throw you another party? When will you do for that? That was a great party.
See, they have learned the art of complimenting Gangji on absolutely nothing.
I know he thinks he's a hero.
Complimented. That was the first time in my whole life I was complimented.
His parents throw him a big party because he graduated at Delphi. I guarantee you, a CW Post, and Abe could graduate CW Post.
With a degree he can't use for anything.
Right.
They're giving him a huge party.
What degree did you get?
A BFA in communication arts.
A BFA?
Yeah. Big fat I knew that was coming.
Gangji was born. His first duty, they threw a block party. His parents.
What is a BFA?
Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Bachelor of Fine
Arts. Ooh.
I didn't realize. Well, then I take everything back.
Finer arts.
I didn't realize you were so qualified. Very good with your college degree. What is it, Papa Fui? I must take a break here.
Okay, I just had Steve's original letter and original resume.
Wow.
Well, let me look at Steve's resume. Maybe there's something I can...
you can find something else for her.
Papa Flunky.
Look at this. Oh, he sent me his Hunter College...
Hunter.
Look at this. What is this? What is this? What did you send here? That is an evaluation?
Oh, no, that's not my resume.
That's your evaluation?
That's the thing that the school sends.
Well, please respond to the following statements by circling the appropriate number.
What is
Is reliable in getting to work on time and keeping engagements. Always. Dependable in fulfilling assignments. I like this thing to have. Always, usually, sometimes, rarely, not observed. Well, he has all fours, which means always. Steve has been a great asset to the show. I can't give him a high enough grade. Oh, Gary gave him this grade.
Yes, that's Gary's evaluation of him.
Oh, I see.
Wait a second.
Just so you know, Howard, Gorilla's a good kid, but in rare exceptions, everybody gets the highest grade just for showing up.
Right. Let's see. Here's Gorilla's letter to me.
Oh, come on, man.
I am going to try to get right to the point.
And that's going to be difficult, apparently.
Can I have that, please?
My name is Steve Grillo. I'm 19 and attending my second semester at Hunter College. I have not declared a major yet, but I am leaning toward communications. I am writing, W-R-I-T-T-I-N-G, 2 T's. This letter, hoping you will feel my sincerity. S-I-N-C-E-R-E-T-Y.
Feel my sincerity.
I am an avid listener of the Howard Stern Show. I have already submitted a resume. I love the word resume. You know how you're supposed to put a little...
Accenting Q.
An accenting mark over the M or the E? It's the E, I think it is in resume.
E, yes.
Yeah. He put it over the U. He wasn't even close.
Ooh.
Resume. I can't read this. This is too painful.
Thank you.
Continue.